ScottKingDesigns.com. Hosted by Jeff Klein.
Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him.
Jason Place.
But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
And SKD. Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast, Monday, June 9th, 2014. And if Jeff doesn't get in here soon, we're gonna have to change that intro.
You're damn right. I don't know why he gets to be first.
I know. And he's not even here. So...
It really grinds my gears.
But I think we got a good show lined up. Like to thank everyone that's helping us out. Matt, Plainview Power Sports, Jason with the Northland MX, Clayton at FTM, Mike at MB1 Suspension, Lee with Motokazi, Nick over at Black Diamond MX, Matt over at Hardlined MX. We got District 23, the Bicycle Works, the Open Mic Podcast, the Damn Bait Shop, and this SKD character.
That frickin' bait shop.
Frickin' bait shop. But yeah, so yeah, we got Matt Buyten coming on the show in a little bit. Like 20 minutes, hopefully. Jason, hopefully you're ready. You got the regional Mount Carroll this weekend.
I do?
Yep.
Oh. No, I'm not ready, but okay.
But you're going?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, we got a few things to talk about. You were telling me over the weekend you're kind of a big deal. You went to Bob's and you got recognized.
That made me a big deal?
Yeah.
Oh.
You should have told them you wanted a discount.
Yeah, right.
Hook me up with a deal.
I've gotten some deals in the past there. It's okay.
Want to give a shout out to Chris over at fmxnews.com. Gave us a little love on Twitter, so thought that was pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. Were you able to catch any X Games action?
I did not. Friday night came and went, and I just completely forgot to even pay any attention to it at all, so... Shame on me.
Dang it, Jason. No, it was good. They had I didn't catch I didn't catch a lot of X Games over the weekend. I did put over 900 miles on the little yellow rocket in 2 days, so we
How many miles does that thing have on it by now? Cripes.
It's not that bad. As much driving as I do, I would think it would be more, but I still think it's under 150,000. I think I'm at 145 maybe.
I think your odometer's broken.
Probably. Everything else on that thing is. But, so yeah, I was up your way this weekend. So, doing some stickers and all that other fun stuff. So, but I did get to watch Best Whip that was Friday night. And then I did watch the Step Up. And I think you're right. We have a Talkin Moto curse, I think.
I'm afraid it's the truth, man.
Yeah. It's like,
Although I don't think we can technically blame this on us because he hasn't been on the air yet.
but I was trying to plug him up, so we already...
Plug him up?
Oh boy. Okay, bad words.
You might want to watch how you talk.
Got him on Facebook, up on the website, but so that's probably our fault, so we apologize for that, but
I claim no responsibility whatsoever.
I was swearing at my TV though, because I'm downstairs, I'm watching, and well, you know how it works. Like they set the bar up, and then they start jumping over it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at first everyone's clearing it no problem, and then I'm guessing maybe it went maybe a little longer than they thought, and so they were kind, it's all live or whatever, so they're kind of flipping back between the step up and then like the big air for skateboards.
Yeah.
And it's like I seen Matt cleared it I think a couple times, and then it's like all of a sudden I look down at the TV and he's out. Didn't see anything. I'm like, what the hell? But
Well, I guess that's one of the reasons that I never really get into watching X Games, is because it's on for 3 hours. You have no idea when what is actually going to be shown, and they don't show half of what you want to see anyway. So, and I'm sorry, I'm not watching skateboards and bicycles. So
whoa.
it's I don't know. It's always really hard for me to commit 3 hours to watching what usually ends up being 10 minutes of what I might actually be interested in.
No, it's not too bad. I like the step up was good. The big air was pretty good too. I think a skateboard's dangerous. If you ask me, a guy gets hurt riding them things, but
Yeah.
yeah. So it was all right. But that's all I saw. I didn't get to watch really anything else. I caught a few highlights of, I think, the BMX stuff when they're doing like the park, I guess. So, all that stuff's pretty cool. I used to ride a lot of pedal bike when I was, like 16. So, but
I couldn't believe they didn't have more. I mean, I really expected them to be doing like rebroadcasts on Friday night late. I came in and it was midnight or whatever. I really thought they'd have something on, be showing that stuff again. I don't know what the deal is with ESPN. How many times do you have to show SportsCenter in a row?
because that LeBron James guy is
Oh my
on there.
God.
What?
I'm watching the Twins game and this dude lost grip on his bat.
Did he kill somebody?
It literally went like 60 feet past first base. That was wicked. He could have killed the guy.
What else? We got a pair of tickets to give away,
We do.
so that's cool. I talked to, well, I didn't talk. We were tweeting, not even tweeting, oh my goodness, Facebook. I still got to get you Troy's email or address. He won the last set of tickets, so that's my bad.
You know what I think I might do? Just because I like putting work on you.
You're going to give me the tickets?
I'm going to give you the tickets next weekend.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. So yeah, maybe in the other half of the show, we will...
How are we going to do that?
You know what? I'm thinking we're going to do it to the people that are the loyal listeners.
I agree.
So,
I agree completely.
you guys need to hang out and win. It's a pair, right? That's what we're
Yep,
giving
it
away.
is a pair.
So, that's
Whoever kisses our ass the most tonight.
free tickets.
Free tickets.
So, I thought I threw it out there enough to let people know that, hey, you got to listen to win, and hopefully they'll listen. Right now, no one seems to be listening.
One would hope, but
But, yeah, the other thing I'm trying to do is trying to get people to go check us out on Stitcher. It's on SoundCloud, iTunes.
iTunes.
I think I may. Actually, I know I haven't. I have not posted last week's episode up on the website, but it is up on Twitter. My gosh.
It's with you and Twitter tonight.
I'm
You got
go-
Twitter on the brain.
I'm scatterbrained. Like normal. Worse than normal. But But the last week's episode, it is up on iTunes and Stitcher, SoundCloud, so it's just not posted on the website. I don't know how much traffic we get off of there, but it is up there. Okay, so what have you been working on? You working on the van or just work's busy?
Oh, work's busy. Trying to get the van going. I had a big time scare with my bike on Saturday night. Thought I was going to end up building a motor before Wednesday. So, I have this thing where I take my bike apart all the time because I'm kind of a stickler about it. So, I had it torn apart the last time I rode it, and I hadn't really... I cleaned everything up real good, and then I was just laying in pieces in my garage pretty much. And decided Saturday that I wanted to go riding Sunday one more time before I head to Illinois. So I was like, I'll throw it back together quick. Shouldn't take that long. And I got it all put back together, and I fired it up, and the little light by the kill switch would not go out. I shut it off, and it was running crappy too. I shut it off, and I'm looking it over. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this thing? Fired it back up again, and it sounded like it was firing every 5 or 6 revolutions and just not good at all. And the light was still on. I'm like, what the hell? So the first thing I'm thinking is, well, it has no oil pressure. You know, might as well plan on taking the motor out. So I start tearing it back apart. And after about an hour into it, I decide I need to take the subframe off, get the motor out. And it was when I took the subframe off, or tried to, that I realized that I forgot to plug in the little sensor in the air box. And I plugged that back in, and it fired right up and ran like a champ.
No harm, no foul. Good to go.
No, so no, it's been crazy, man. I mean, it doesn't seem like there should be all that much to do, but when you're working 10 hours a day and just regular life stuff, it's tough. I haven't been to bed before 11:30 or midnight for a few weeks, and just been going like crazy, spending money like crazy too. I don't know where all that's going, but
you can't take it with you, so you might as well have fun.
Well, exactly. So, but really looking forward to this week. Should be a good time. Found out that I do have some riding buddies that are going down there, so pretty excited to go meet up with those guys and hang out and hopefully put the smack down on some of these old farts in vet class and make our way to Loretta's.
You are riding down with them, or you're just going to be for sure meeting them down there?
No, just meeting them down there. Everybody's kind of going at different times, so I'm still planning on just leaving midday Wednesday and see when everybody else gets down there and get in touch with everybody and hang out. Should be a good time.
Would you... I want to make a couple banners and bring with. Is that bad?
You can do whatever you want.
Well, I don't want to throw them up there and then all of a sudden, we got, there's girls coming over by us. It's like,
what's wrong with that?
We're trying to win here.
I have a van with a bed in it.
Oh, all right then. But yeah, I picked up the Talkin Moto business cards over the weekend. Turned out good. So
yeah, they look way too professional for us.
I should have just used my printer, huh? And went to like Kinko's and bought those and printed on those and
could have. I was just gonna take a Sharpie and write on a bunch of printer paper, and then just walk around at Mount Carroll and stick them under people's windshield wipers.
Oh man,
I think that's more our style.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, my phone's blowing up.
Who's texting you? It better be Jeff.
No, Jeff. You know what? He's just not getting paid this week. Sorry, Jeff. You were done.
I'm 99% sure he left work early today, too, so he has no excuse.
Did he get into his new place or house or whatever?
No.
Not yet. Oh, man. All right, so...
I just put all new rubber flooring down in the van, Chris. I'm not putting shag carpet in there.
What about on the dash?
Oh, that's a possibility.
You know, give her a little style.
I'll hang the Mexican dingleberries from across the windshield.
I thought that's just what you did with vans. There was quite a few guys from Minnesota that tried. Do you know of all these people?
Yes, I do.
And then
I know some of them are insane.
yeah, because they raced. I don't know who all rode together or what, but then they drove back and they raced Millville on Sunday.
Yeah.
So does anyone know how long that road trip is?
We were talking about it. I don't know right offhand. I want to say it's like 15 hours though.
Say it's more than I was thinking 10 or 11, but
I don't know, man. It's a haul. That was nuts.
I seen Zach Williams. I think this weekend was the first time he's ever gotten any points. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Where did he end up? Because last time I saw, he was like 21st in the second moto, I think.
He went 23-19 for 23rd overall.
Nice.
So I don't know what happened to Alex in the first moto. I just seen he scored a 40. So that's not cool.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure.
Hang on. I'm gonna see if we can't get our guest in here.
Yeah, I did stop at Millville on Sunday, and I saw those guys. They were looking pretty tired.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, that's a lot of, when did they leave, do you know? They probably left Thursday. Friday?
I don't remember what day it was they said they left. I asked them to pick me up. I said, what time are you guys picking me up? And I waited out at the end of the driveway, and nobody came and got me.
All right. We're going to get Matt in here.
I think Nick's van was kind of full, though, from the looks of it.
Oh, there's always room for one more. All right, hang on. We're in for a treat.
I'm hanging. I got to install some handles on this desk for all these times you tell me to hang on.
Oh, man, here we go. Well, that was awesome.
What was that all about?
I'm not sure. Apparently, it didn't want to work. Okay.
I thought maybe Woodrow showed up.
Maybe because I didn't put in a 1?
That could be.
I was nervous.
Welcome to the Talking Moto podcast.
where it doesn't work 90% of the time.
Exactly.
Hello.
Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out watching some Family Guy.
Oh, Family Guy.
Family Guy is good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I talked to you briefly, and we should have warned you about the Talkin Moto curse. But
Yeah?
I don't know what it is. We know we're a couple nice guys, but...
Oh, speak for yourself.
So...
Well,
So
should I
how...
be worried?
What's that?
Should I be worried?
Well, it just seems like... Well, what happened? Jesse was on Wetland, and it was just disaster. So...
Uh-oh.
But,
So let's regroup the show.
So how was X Games?
The X Games is all right. I mean, obviously we're competing and nobody likes to lose, and I've never gotten last place in step up, so that was kind of a, I don't know what to think. It's kind of funny almost. I'm kind of like, what the hell? But I don't know. Those guys are all good, and we're all there for a reason. So someone has to get last. So I held that up this year.
What? It looked like when you were taking. Well, it actually looked like obviously like this for everybody, but you have such a short run to, get the wheels going and get enough grip to get up and over, but looked like a lot of spinning going on. Was it pretty dry or?
Yeah, the dirt was so horrible. It was like so crumbly, like he was barely touching, like it was crumbling apart. So I mean, it's hard to find like a blue groove line. And then, the lip was kind of flat, like majority of it, and then like at the top, like 2 feet, it had finally like a little bit of vert, and then so the lip was kind of weird, and then it was shorter than normal. Normally it's like almost 13 feet tall. The thing was kind of cute. It was almost like only like 10 feet tall. So, and then since it was kind of flat in the belly in practice, we were all landing down at the bottom to flat, and they had a spray paint mark for practice where the gate was going to go for your rear tire, and I mean I didn't really ask him, but I'm just kind of guessing that they moved the gate forward because we were going so far to the bottom, and they didn't want us to go all the way down that way, all the way down to the bottom. So they moved the gate forward too. So it was definitely a tight one for sure. And then with like a little lip, so you couldn't like the taller lips are better. Obviously, the tire's on the ground and it has more room to pull, and you can go higher. So it's kind of a blah or step up. It wasn't really good. Bad dirt, and the wind was kind of gnarly too. So, but no excuses. We all had to ride it, and we all placed where we placed.
That's what I was wondering, yeah, because I heard them talking about the wind, and they actually canceled the freestyle, right, because of the wind?
Yeah. I'm sitting on the gate on the last jump where I hit out, and I'm like looking at the pole, and it's just bouncing like 6 inches. Like you can see the pole bouncing. I like looking around like, what the fuck? Like, because the jump before that, it started taking my tires on. I thought I was crashing for sure, but I barely saved that one. So then I was like, God, and then like the poles on the side that hold the pole to go across, those are swaying. They had a big old thick like tractor ratchet strap like holding the bottom of them together at the top of the landing. So it's like, fuck, this is just squirrely. Like it's just bad vibe. I don't think Austin's really the place. I mean, for an event like that, and there's so much money on the line, and people put so much effort in, like those guys in freestyle didn't even get a ride, like what about the guys that came from like Australia and shit, I mean, I think that sucks.
Right.
They didn't even get a ride, they spent all the money and the time, we don't get paid to show up. So, I mean, I lost like $1,000 this weekend.
Just have to cut that mechanic wage out this week.
Yep, I was taking a pay cut.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was.
I'll replacing Coors Light.
We need to get them to sponsor the show, by the way.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I was kind of snooping around on the Metal Militia site, and so I'm guessing obviously you'd rather see it inside somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think what would be cool is to do it like, why don't they do it like in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium or something? Do it in a big domed football stadium, where if it is nice, open the roof up, and make it cool. And, you can bring the crowd in around, build the bleachers in and around, the courses and stuff. I think that'd be rad, I mean, you could do a good speed and style course and a good open freestyle course and, like, do everything there. I mean, you could even build the mega ramp and, like, coming out of the stands. I mean, I think, I don't know, it just makes sense to me to have it in a big football stadium. If you could put, a couple events outside, whatever, maybe it beats step up or whatever, but I just think a football stadium would be more like appealing,
Right.
But
I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here because I actually did not even get a chance to watch any of it. Where did they have it?
It was in Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of the Americas.
Oh,
It's like where they have the GP out there, and
yeah.
it is a windy son of a bitch. It's hot and humid and miserable.
Yeah, not the time of the year to be there.
No, I called that out. I did a biker rally 2 years ago in June in Austin there, like kind of pretty much where the event was, and I was all, dude, it was so hot and humid, it was like scary to flip because your hands are all wet, like inside your glove. So it's like, dude, your like hands are like sliding off your bars trying to flip. I was like, it's gonna suck to ride. And then like, yeah, then you throw all the wind on. It's just like, it was just a shit show pretty much.
That's nuts.
Was
Yeah, I don't know.
was that wind like more cross or head?
Yeah,
and
it
tail?
was yeah, on the course it was complete side wind. And then yeah, like on step up the way we were jumping, it was like if you were jumping and going up and over, it was coming from like your front right, like, you know, kind of over there. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't even believe they ran speed and style. Like that was like, I'm like, are you kidding me with that? Like it looked ridiculous in the wind, you know. It's just like there's no way they're running freestyle.
How did I seen Mike Mason won. I was driving all weekend, so I the only X Games I got to watch was Best Whip and then the step up, and that's all I caught.
Right.
So we got
Yeah, Mason did good. I mean, Cliff, his mechanics, got the bike working good. They got the power down on the ground, and he comes from an arena cross background, you know, and all the other guys just run their freestyle setup, so that's not going to work good like on a supercross track where Mason like finds that happy middle with his suspension settings, you know, and he's just so smart and consistent, and he's just way ahead of you. Like Jared McNeil tried to take him out in the next corner, Mason parked him. Like it's like Mason's just smarter than everybody else out there for sure.
But he used to race arena cross, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So how does that feel when you're hitting that step up? I mean, when you're sitting there and obviously you're doing your deal, are you even thinking about the landing or
No, you just think about clearing the bar, and like you couldn't even see the landing coming down because it was like shadowed so dark. And then the sun was like to your back, so I mean at least the lip was lit up, but then that other side, the landing was so steep it was like dark, and I mean you couldn't even see it. It's almost like at night when you're walking like through a grass field and you step in a hole and you're not ready for it.
Yep.
It was almost like that. You were just like kinda like braced and you just hit when you hit. It was a weird one. But yeah, no, you just mainly focus on clearing the bar, and then you deal with the rest of the landing part after, you know.
You worry about landing on the way down, huh?
I'm smashing the hell out of your nuts.
So does it jar you that bad, or does it seem worse on TV, or it's a pain in the ass?
No, it jars you really bad. I mean, you got like really bad whiplash normally the next day, and like sometimes your arms will hurt from you compress and then the bike kind of yanks away from you, you know, so your shoulders, everything's getting it, you know. But this year I worked out with Icon a lot, and, you know, I was training because I felt like I was going to go pretty high, but that backfired. I trained a lot, so, I mean, my neck was just a little sore when I woke up, and then my back muscles, but that's it. I was pretty solid because I've been, like, working out so good the last, month and a half, you know. And so, but I don't know about the other guys, but normally when I don't work out, I'm a hurting unit for, like, the next day, your hamstrings, your ankles, but I was pretty solid this year.
I forget, you'll know right away, but there was one guy that just came back from breaking his wrist, and
yeah, Libor.
And yeah, he landed and got a little squirrely and kind of went off the track and up over onto like the enduro course, and it was pretty funny. They're on TV. They're like, God, he's kind of holding his wrist, but after he saved it, and he's just kind of revving the hell out of his bike, and they're like, oh, wrist seems to be working good there. But that was pretty fun.
Yeah, adrenaline's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So this year you didn't do speed and style. How does that work with X Games? Is that all like an invite only, or did you get invited?
Yeah. No, it's just invite only, which is, I think that idea is pretty stupid, because I was there back in like, 02 and 03 and 04, like when they had X Games qualifiers, and like we had 3 rounds and you had to qualify to get in, it's the best guys get there, and I think that's the right way to do it. There's a lot of good guys out there, like, Brody Wilson and James Carter and, many more, but they don't even have a chance. Like, it's kind of like, it's just shooting the sport in the foot, and then it's invite the same exact guys, so it's just the same exact show every single year, I mean, a couple, like, new guys here and there, but, I mean, if you look, freestyle's probably much the same lineup as last year. Step Up is, Best Whip is. It's just the same shit every year. Like, I don't think that's right. They need to have a qualifier and let us go, like, battle it out and, like, let the sport grow. It's like, I think it's stupid that they just do invite, and I'm not sure how they do it in the other events, but for Moto, I think it needs, I mean, there's so much, like, unknown talent out there, and, I mean, of course, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pumped. I get an invite every year, but, it's also, like, it's good to see that they let, like, Libor Podmal and Massimo in and some other guys, and, like, just try to, like, change it up and step up. And this year they finally had, like, the 6 best guys in there, not just guys that'll dick off and be there for TV,
Right.
Which is good for them and their sponsors, but, for a competition, I was calling out that this year is the year to win. It's, like, legitimately the 6 best dudes are in this, and, this year is the one to win, And so, I mean, Renner put it to us.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that event for sure.
Yeah, he is. He's got that whip that's pretty gnarly.
So how did you get into doing the freestyle?
Well, yeah, I mean, probably, like, I was just messing around. Like, I did, like, BMX dirt stuff back in the day and did race, like, kind of bicycles and scoot around and do some tricks. And then I actually, like, in 92, I started riding in 91, and we had this, like, little, like, you jump in, like, a little, like, dry riverbed, and then you jump out into the flat. And then you were super cool. I grew up in Nevada, and you were super cool if you cleared this, like, like this 6-foot-tall sagebrush and land in a flat, And I would just do no-handers off of it because it was, like, super easy. And my dad's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, keep your hands on your bike. It's in 92. That was, like, barely, like, that was the biggest trick as a no-hander, back then. And then, I don't know, it just came, like, really easy. And I just started doing some stuff, when freestyle started in, like, 97 or so. And I was just doing it on my YZ125, like, my race bike. And Dustin Miller and Drake McElroy, and kind of grew up with Mike Mason and a bunch of us from the Nevada area, and we all just kind of worked together and jumped in on the freestyle stuff when it kind of started coming out. And yeah, and like 02, I went on Mark Burnett's tour, and I had $200 to my name. My dad gave me like 200 more bucks, and I was driving an 85 Ford Ranger, living in a double wide trailer, and grabbed my bike, my gear bag, and my clothes bag, and went on on tour for 3 months in the summer of 2002. And I was doing metal roofs and rain gutters and bussing tables. Like I didn't come from well off, and yeah, I mean, I just kind of took advantage of it and just kind of made a little bit of money. And then there's the X Games qualifier in Reno, and in October of 2002, and just if you had to qualify for the show, and I qualified into that. The top like 15 guys or 16 guys qualified out of the day qualifier, and I made that. And then if you got top 10 in the freestyle, then you could do the top 10 riders got to do big air and step up. And, well, I got 11th, of course. You know how that works. So I was, like, in my van. You know, I just chugged a beer. I'm, like, three-quarters of the way out of my gear. And they're like, hey, Deegan just backed out a step-up. Do you want to do it? And I'm all, hell yeah. I'm like, I just drank a beer. They're like, can you ride? I'm all, hell yeah. So then I went out there and I won the damn thing. And so if you won any of the X Games qualifiers, then you're automatically in X Games. So then that's when I unseated Tommy Clowers in 2003 on step up there. And then so kind of just been able to keep the ball going since then.
I was going to say, yeah, 2000, what, you got gold in 03, 06, and 2010 and 11.
Yeah.
Does that seem right? Cool. So, I mean, your accomplishments at X Games, you know, 4 golds, 3 silvers, 3 bronze, that's...
And the last. I got to chalk up the last place in there. It almost makes me laugh. Like, I was more pissed that I got 3rd place last year than I am that I got last. I don't know how that works, but it's kind of funny now. I mean, obviously I was pissed at the time on Friday, but it's kind of you get a chuckle out of it now.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can be mad for a while, I guess, but not going to change anything.
No, I just got to regroup and try to get back out there next year.
So what's the plan now, or what are you doing now? Or what's your next big event?
I do a bunch of demos like during the year. I did like the Nuclear Cowboys, and then I've done some demos and shows for Kenny Bartram, and then he has his Still Rodeo tour, and so we do some rodeos and whatnot. But I got this weekend off, and then I jump at like the Reno Rodeo there, and then I got to drive out to Kansas and jump at the Country Stampede, I think, in Kansas City, out there. I guess like Luke Bryan and some big guys are playing, and I guess like over like 250,000 people come to it over the weekend, so that should be pretty fun. And yeah, I just do a bunch of demos. I mean, I'm pretty booked until the middle of September. Going to jump at the OSU college football game on the September 6th, so yeah, you know, I just try to do some demos and just enjoy it, you know.
Cool, and then you just came back from, the Freestyle of Nations you did right before X Games.
Yeah, that was in Germany.
Andy said, we asked Andy how it went, and he really didn't want to comment on it. But, so it didn't sound like the dirt was very good over there too, huh?
No, it was so marbly, the most marbly dirt I've ever ridden. And on step up, like when just one bike would go up the lip, you could take a rake and put a little bit of put some pressure on the rake and just rake down once, and then the tire mark's gone. Like it was just so crumbly, like really, really like marbly. And then so you're just fishtailing at the lip and get to the bottom and just gun it. And then yeah, so I ended up getting 3rd there and crashed. So I've had a rough 2 weeks. I need to learn how to ride my bike again.
The other thing is, I got that photo of you doing, I believe, sorry I'm not too up to date on the freestyle tricks, but it's the Cordova flip, right? Back flip?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where do you learn to do something like that?
Just take the tricks that you can do right side up and see what ones you can do upside down pretty much. And is all you do is, you know, you just kind of, you know, you just get comfortable with the flip, and then you just kind of bring your legs up, and then you can kind of, you get your ankles on the bars, and you kind of can get this pivot point, and you just got to trust the flip. Like, just, you know, you just got to totally be comfortable and trust the flip, and then, yeah, you can get your knees through it, get your ankles on the bars, and then just arc your head back towards the rear fender the best you can and push your hips through. And then it's kind of scary because the bike's up and behind you, and then you're just staring at the landing like, I'm going to land on my face. But as the flip kind of comes around and the bike starts lifting back up right side up, then you just kind of, you know, come back through. And sometimes you got to hit the rear brake because they'll over-rotate pretty easy on you. So you got to get like a good, smooth, relaxed flip off the ramp. And then you got to be quick with your feet, pretty much, and tighten your stabilizer so the bike doesn't get twisted up on you and do it up.
Jason, it's that easy. Are you ready?
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here. I'm actually writing all this down. I'm like, I'm trying this next week.
You got that. Make sure you post some video. I want to see that.
I don't think Jason's limber enough to pull that off.
I guarantee you I'm not limber enough to pull that off.
It looks like you've got to be pretty damn flexible to do it.
You better get in and do some hot yoga then.
So you ride with, did you practice that in foam pit first, or?
Not me. I only learned to flip in the foam pit, and then I've learned all my other tricks just right to dirt. You just kind of inch up to it. The foam pit, it's like one time you'll jump into it and you're like, oh, that ain't bad at all, and then the next time you'll rip your face off the bars, and I've talked to Bartram's like gauged it on how fast you go, and we hit the ramp like approximately like at 25 miles an hour. So, to go into the pit, it just stops you, it's like running your car into a tree or something. It just instantly stops you, people have got pretty messed up in foam pits. So, I only did like 7 flips I did 3 flips into the foam pit at 45 feet and then went and hooked that thing to dirt. And then I did like 7 or so at 75 feet and then I went to dirt, and I haven't been in the pit since.
Yeah, I think
But you'll get all those kids in Europe or wherever, and they'll be like doing 8,000 flips into the foam pit, But screw that. That shit hurts.
I think I've heard that before. It makes sense. Obviously, you're trying stuff that you probably wouldn't try, maybe, for the first time going to a dirt landing. So you might be trying something different to the foam and getting jacked up.
Yeah, I could see like doing like the 360s and like body varials for sure, definitely going to the pit. But all the flick tricks, it's just like you can do it in the pit, but that wasn't really my decision. I just kind of like just did a bunch of flips and just kind of like take your limbs off and see what you can you know what you can and can't do, like right side up, so you kind of know what kind of angle you're already going to go towards,
What, I don't know how to say that.
What do we got?
Speechless.
I know. I'm brain farting here.
Well, give us some hints. Maybe we can help you.
Yeah.
Need Coors
Sounds like
Light. Drinking water and not something else.
Why don't you drink on the show? You might as well.
That's because I'm trying to organize this disaster.
Yeah, because it goes so well the way it is.
Is it what you're thinking? Is it cold and frosty and make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside?
You got any stories about Andy? That might.
Yeah, when he was on Friday after we did a bunch of beer bongs and ripped our sleeves off, I got a pretty cool picture of him being hungover in bed and eating pizza. And he was working on some ladies over the weekend, I saw. He was working on the front desk girl. I think if he saw like a female, he was hitting on her pretty much. He had like 3 or 4 girls going this week. It was pretty cool.
Yikes.
Whoa.
Because I always thought he was gay, so it was kind of like cool to see him like going for some chicks. So it kind of like proved me wrong.
Matt, I don't know if you saw this one. It's an old Thor commercial with Hanson and Chad Reed. Back when the burp, burp was the thing. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
So, like, Reed's driving and Hanson's kind of like, burp, burp, as they're going down the road, and then, like, the...
Oh, is that they're, like, in that Honda truck or whatever?
Yeah.
And I think, that's when Hanny rode for KTM, right?
I don't know what he was riding, but then, like, the blonde chick walks in front of him, and he kind of gives her the what up, and she blows him off, and then Reedy's like, Brr, brr.
Yeah,
That's a good one. So,
for sure.
so can we get one of these bongs that I'm looking at? The Let's Get Ready to Stumble.
Oh yeah, the DVS bongs. Yeah, they don't make those no more. I'm pretty bummed about that. I'm trying to get Militia to make me a signature beer bong.
I see you hold it's on their website, but it's pretty cool. If you're into that.
Do you really have to buy a beer bong? I mean, pretty easy to make.
But this is got
Yeah, you can just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and slap one together.
Yeah. Or if you're really desperate, just find a funnel in the garage.
Oh, yeah, dude, I made them out of milk jugs, water bottles, duct tape.
Just wipe it out with your cleanest rag. Be good.
Yeah, shit'll buff out.
That's right.
You do a couple of funnels to it and it cleans it out, and then you pour more funnels on it, maybe with a shot in it, and then it kind of kills whatever was in it before, so you're good.
Exactly. You drink enough, it'll kill anything.
Have you guys ever played Wizard Sticks?
No.
It's pretty fun. It's you drink one beer, but you got to do it out of cans. So you drink one can, and then you duct tape your fresh beer on top of your next one, and then so on and so forth. And you see who can have the tallest Wizard Stick at the end of the night or party. I recommend it. And then if you go to like Walmart or Staples or something, they got like the cheetah duct tape zebra, so you could like bling up your Wizard Stick and have some fun.
We got some things to try later this summer.
Shit, maybe that's what I got last. All I know is drinking games.
It's all coming together.
I know.
I'm a lightweight, so it wouldn't end well for me.
No.
But
we got pretty awesome Friday night and Saturday night at the Rockstar party on Saturday night too.
too much fun.
It's pretty fun.
So that probably made the 21-hour drive back that much more fun, or it wasn't too bad?
Yeah, it was a rough start. I got up getting motivated and had to get my girlfriend up, and then Tinkerbell when he got out of bed, so I threw a bunch of fucking ice on his bed and get his ass out. And he was not happy. He was poopy pants for a little while after that one. And then, so yeah, that's how our drive started. We jumped in and we drove an hour or so and hit a cafe, Mom and Pop's Cafe, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Texas where cell phones don't work really. And then, yeah, we pulled it all night, got in at 7 this morning. And then Andrew jumped the damn van this morning. My chick was in the bed in the back of the van, and we all fucking caught air. It's like fucking 6:30 in the morning. He was driving like a real dickhead. I think he wanted to get home and like cuddle with his teddy bear.
What was that the plan, just to get the heck out of there and get back, or did you guys have to get back for something else?
Yeah. Well, we just had to be back by today. My lady has to work tomorrow, so but I don't know. Me and Andrew, we can put down some hours for sure. We did one time for like 26 hours or so solid, or 27 straight from like northern central Iowa all the way to Temecula in one shot. So we ain't scared to put down some miles. So we just go tank for tank and switch off. But it's almost like once you get going, it's like you can't stop. It's kind of weird. Like you're just like delirious and driving.
Yeah, I know. Like I go back and forth from Milwaukee to the Twin Cities quite a bit. And
yeah.
I know it's only like 5.5 hours, but sometimes it's late when you're coming back, and usually it's a near-death experience that wakes you up, and then you're good the rest of the way. Like,
the heavy head with the headbang.
Well, like I remember this. I'm driving, and it's like I remember seeing a car like way up in the distance, and it's like all of a sudden it's like I almost ran into him. So like
yeah.
I'm like and it just like shakes you, and then it's like boom, you're wide awake, and it's like, okay, I don't know what the heck just happened, but we're good now.
Yeah, you almost died, and they kind of get your heart going just a little bit.
Hopefully, Mom.
And then it like almost exhausts you more because it shocked you so bad. That sucked. We saw a car rolled over. It was all there. It was like almost looked like a Suburban or like a Yukon or Tahoe or something. It cartwheeled, and all their shit was all over the center of the road, and there's everybody trying to get the people out.
No good.
Yeah, no, there's been some, you see some shit out there, like, it sucks when you see, like, big rigs and stuff tipped over. Happens fast. You gotta pay attention.
Right. Well, you guys got anything? Oh, go ahead, Matt, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. It wasn't nothing important.
Who's the better golfer? You or Andy?
Out of me and, I kick his ass every time.
I'm going to have to call him Tinkerbell next time I see him.
He likes it.
Yeah, I bet he does.
So did you ever race any moto at all, or has it always just kind of been the freestyle?
No, I raced. I made just local pro. I never had the money to race around the area. Or I just raced local pro, and I couldn't afford to go anywhere. My parents didn't really have much money with 5 kids, so it was kind of what I could afford. And yeah, I raced local pro, and I got up to 1927 expert racing BMX, and when I couldn't afford to go race on the weekends, I could pay the 10 or $13 to race my bicycle. So I just tried to keep up on it as much as I can, and then got kind of lucky with timing it out when freestyle came out, and kind of got on the second wave of guys, and been able to make that work since. So that's been pretty cool.
No, well, you're 32, right?
34,
30.
Getting up there.
You're older than me. So how long?
Because that matters.
He's an old guy.
You're older than all of us, Matt. How do you feel about that?
Oh, damn. I'm getting thin upstairs. How are you guys looking?
Getting the same way.
Yeah, Andrew's the thinnest, though.
My forehead gets a little bit bigger every day.
I know. Why is that thing it's scared or something? It's almost like it got in a car accident and it's running away.
Yeah.
Just your brain getting bigger, Jason.
Right.
Someone told me the other day that your nose never stops growing. That's why old people's noses are so big.
Oh, God.
Do you guys agree with that?
I think it's nose and ears, I've heard.
If my nose gets any bigger, it's going to be retarded.
You guys aren't Italian, are you?
Not last time I checked.
All right.
I'm good.
That's awesome.
How long do you see yourself doing the freestyle?
I don't know. Kind of had a rough reality check these last 2 weekends. I tried to do a freestyle run and almost ate shit doing that, and then got my ass handed to me the last 2 weekends in step up. It's like you believe you can still do it, but then I'm kind of questioning it. I'm kind of in a little bit of funk, but I'm definitely gonna do demos and stuff, for a few more years, and probably at least 5 more years, hopefully. And then, cause I have fun doing demos and whatnot. I can do those, and I'm still getting called to do those a bunch, and booked. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. You have your moments, I over-rotated a flip, and I've had a couple good crashes this year, and somehow escaped from injury. And it's a battle. You don't want to quit, but then you're and then I held Jim McNeil as he died, and it's hard to keep your mind strong, and watching your buddies just crash, just watching Lance Corey just ragdoll this weekend, I'm just so traumatized by seeing my buddies get hurt. It's you just want to hang it up. It's so hard to keep your mind strong, and in motocross in general, but even freestyle is even gnarlier, having to go flip and do that shit, and then obviously you can get just as jacked up racing because those guys are going, it's so intense and they're going so fast. But yeah, I don't know. It's it's definitely a man's sport, that's for sure, you know, mentally, physically, and everything, you know, whether it is freestyle. And I know a lot of people put dogs down on freestyle, but it is gnarly, and I don't care what people say, you know, it's motocross too, you know, it's on a bike, and it's gnarly, and, you know, endurocross, the trail riding, Baja, like whatever, you know, anything, you know, dirt track, it's all gnarly, you know, you can get wrecked doing any of them, so I don't know, I'm still feeling good, I'm still having fun, you know, so I'm just going to try to keep going as long as I can, you know, make the money while I can, because, I don't know, maybe try to be like a male stripper after or something.
There you go.
Head to Vegas and see if my bald, skinny ass can make some money.
Seems a little safer. Well, maybe, I guess.
I think it sounds more dangerous.
Dude, my luck, I pull a hamstring and go cartwheeling off the stage. That would suck, dude.
It's so hard to know when to shut her down. I mean, obviously I've never made it anywhere big time at all, but it seems like when you're doing well and you're riding well and you're having fun and everything's working, it's like, yeah, I'll do this forever. But man, when things aren't going the way you want them to, it's just, you just feel like saying F it once in a while.
Yeah, and I'm in that battle right now. As I don't know if you guys know who Dustin Miller is.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking like this week, and he's just like, yeah, dude, when you know, you know. And I'm like, dude, I think I'd know. Like, I don't know. I'm good, you know, like, you know, I got 4 golds, I got a bunch of medals, and it's way farther than I ever even thought, you know, I'd make it. So it's, you know, I feel like accomplished, and, you know, and I know I'm not going to go out there and huck my 360 or body varials and that stuff, you know. So, you know, my lifeline is obviously step up, and, you know, it's just hard, you know, you get your ass handed to you in 2 weekends in a row, you know, and it's just kind of like, what way do you go, you know, like, am I done, or like, what's going on, you know, because I feel like I can do it mentally. I'm all, hell yeah, I'll get in there, but then, like, it's just not coming through, so it's like, it's a fight to stay strong and keep going with it, you know. And
I give you guys props for sticking with it. I mean, I remember seeing you in videos from when I first started riding, and that was 10 years ago. I can't believe like you and Dustin Miller and those guys are still at it. I mean, that's insane, man.
Yeah, and I've watched so many guys come into freestyle and ride out, you know.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think it's like a privilege to, like, or it's an honor to be like, just make it this long and still running, like, you know, somewhat towards the top of the game, you know. Like, I mean, it's no easy task for sure, you know. It's definitely a hard mental game, you know. In the last few years, and a lot of our guys been dying off, you know. It makes it definitely hard to keep going, you know. And you know, I've had some gnarly talks with my dad and my brother, you know. I was like, you know, like if that happens to me, like don't be bummed. Like it's just gnarly to tell your siblings that to talk to someone like that. It's just crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they understand. They've been fully supportive and awesome. They're like, well, go out and enjoy it. My dad's still just good luck and have fun, you know. And I was on my first race, you know, on my 80, and like, you know, to today, you know, just same thing, good luck and have fun, you know. And I think that's what's also kept me so motivated for so long, you know. It's not one of them insane moto dads, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that you see those guys, and those kids just get so burnt out and over with their dad yelling at them. Of course, it's going to shine them away from wanting to do it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But my dad's like, just say good luck and have fun, and it's kept me hungry, you know. But I mean, everybody's different. That works for me. Maybe some kids do like to be drilled, you know, or maybe that works for them. But you know, but for me, the good luck and have fun card worked for me, you know.
You turned out all right, huh?
I think so. Just getting thin up top and last place stuff, and got Andrews, my mechanic, and
well, things are looking
we're good.
bad now. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's getting squirrely for sure.
Is he sitting in front of you drinking a Coors Light like he said he was gonna?
No, he had to go lace up some wheels, and then he said he was going to bed.
Well, cool, man. You guys
don't be so hard on yourself, Matt. I mean, you did make it on a #1 rated podcast, so
yeah.
I know, I'm pumped.
This is where it's at on Mondays.
This is.
Hell yeah. No, I'm pumped to come on, and if you guys want any other freestyle guys, just let me know, and I can hit up a couple of guys, or buddy with a couple of the Supercross guys, so just, and then Andrew is too, so whatever we can do to pump up your guys' show some more.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean,
It needs it, Matt. It needs it.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
says the
You guys
guy
already
that's
started with
late.
washed up freestyle guys. You're good.
Well, otherwise all we have is 2 washed up vet riders, so that tried to
Well,
race.
Hey, I'm not
That's why we're on
watching.
the phone together.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm washed up. But I was a never was, so it's all good.
I'm just hitting my stride.
Oh, man. Well, you got quite a list. Hopefully, like Jason said, number 1 podcast on Mondays. You want to thank the people helping you out?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for having me on. Appreciate the time, and it's good to shoot the shit with you. And then, I got Rockstar came aboard for the Freestyle of Nations in this event, so that was cool. And Meta Militia and HJC and Smith Optics and O'Neill for gear, and all the handful of ones that helped me out with the bike and stuff. Works Connection, Maxima, Dunlop, and Alpine Stars, and there's a big old list, so just thanks to everyone, and I'm trying. I'm not washed up yet, so I'll be back next year.
Then you got Mike's helping you out, too, with your suspension, right, at MB1?
Yeah, Mike definitely hooks me up. He came out and helped test it with us and trying to get the step-up bike dialed in, so that's always much appreciated.
Nice. We got him as our chat room sponsor tonight.
Yeah, right.
So,
Hell yeah.
but,
That's good.
all right, Matt. Well, it was awesome talking to you, and, thanks for coming on. I think that's pretty cool, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get out to California, and you're probably not coming to Milwaukee anytime soon, but you never know.
Yeah, no. We'll see, man. If I do, I'll hit up Andrew, and we'll have to maybe try and grab some beers.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, good luck with the show, guys. Take it easy.
All right,
All right,
thanks.
Matt.
Jeff.
What's up?
What's your problem?
Dude, I got a lot of problems. I got 99 problems, as a matter of fact.
Slap you.
Name one.
I don't want to offend anyone.
It's a family show.
Oh.
Whew. All right.
You wouldn't have known it by that potty mouth freestyler.
That's true.
Keeping it real.
That's true.
I like it. I've got to go to the bathroom. You guys want to hit up the break?
Sure.
Jeff, you cool with that?
Oh, I think I can handle a break.
All right, here we go. Taking a break. Give us a couple minutes and we'll be right back. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. We would like to thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from the Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Gentlemen. Hello. Talk to me.
Back.
Jason's back.
I had to go untangle the world's largest comforter out of the washing machine.
All ready for this weekend?
No.
It's not ready for the... Is that what you're using it for, or no?
Yeah.
Oh. That was good. I thought the interview went all right.
Yeah. I was a little nervous when you said that you couldn't get him to talk to you on the phone. I was like, well, this should be fun. But
It was a short conversation to a guy I've never met before, so...
yeah.
But, nah. Thanks for coming on, Matt. I thought that was pretty cool and excited.
Good times had by all.
I think so. Well, what did you get to see? You said you saw second moto of 250s?
Yep, and that's about all I got to see this week.
So then you know that Yamaha sales have plummeted. Kawasaki sales are through the roof.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
El Chupacabra?
El Chupacabra.
I don't know. Who will stop this Yamaha train? I don't know. That's all I got on that.
Baggett had a hell of a ride, at least that second moto.
Yeah.
He was looking good. I kept waiting for his bike to cut out on him or something. Apparently they got that figured out for 1 week anyway.
You know, oddly enough, the wife didn't like my comment. I don't know that she really disliked it, but I don't know if you saw this on Facebook today. I posted, I was glad to see that the higher elevations didn't affect the Red Bull girls.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was funny. I laughed.
Ha ha ha.
I laughed. Where's Jeff?
I'm not really sure how the higher elevation would affect the Red Bull girls.
Well, not sure. Maybe, hair poofy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
Well, let me get to the notes.
The newts.
We're gonna have to send Langston a message. And
We got to get him on the show.
it's Zach Bell, the little pocket rocket.
The pocket rocket. I love that. That's awesome.
But
I'm going to tweet him right now and tell him to come on the show.
I'm not quite sure. I think well, I don't know if it's him or not, but Langston Motorsports, I believe, follows us on Twitter.
Well, you haven't asked him to come on the show yet?
I will make a note, and we'll see if we get a response.
What is wrong with you?
Worst they can say is no.
That's right.
What happened to Martin that second moto? Was it just a bad, well, I shouldn't say bad start. I think, he started, 7th maybe? Somewhere in there?
Well, he made his way back to 4th, I think, and then he went down.
Yep, and then he fell back to 9th. Finishes 6th. Dang it. That's a hell of a run, though. 5 out of 6 motos. I don't think anyone could claim that. Or called that.
No. Jeff jinxed him. Pure, plain and simple.
He's not even going to defend himself.
It's because he's off doing something.
Listen here, Bob Vila.
Do you think Grant Langston is the real Grant Langston on Twitter?
Does it have a blue check mark by it?
No.
Hmm.
It sure looks official, though.
That I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Would have to look. What did you think of the track? I thought the track looked pretty good. It seemed like the guys were able to race, and I thought there was talk earlier in the week that sometimes Thunder Valley doesn't allow them to pass. But
well, I think it looks really narrow in spots. So I think that's where that comes from, but I mean there was decent lines all over the place.
yeah. And then you'll have to watch it. I believe it's second moto of the 450s. I think it's Ken Roxon, and it might be Roxon and Dungy. There's that step up triple where the guys were just whipping it out.
Oh, are you talking about when Roxon throws the huge whip?
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to crash.
It was big. And he did it that was right next to Dungy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like, I don't know, it looked like he lost the 450. He scrubbed too hard and almost lost it. And then, did you see Stewart's? I don't know if you guys mentioned that, but in the first moto?
I did not. I heard him talking about it.
Halfway, it was probably toward the end of the race. He threw a fat whip off of that triple, too. It was awesome, because it was in the middle of the race. Who does that? But he just laid it down. It was awesome. He was feeling it.
Oh, I gotta find it. Whoa.
You put your shirt back on, Jason.
At least somebody got it.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Ever seen that commercial? The guy goes, "There's no rules," and rips the shirt off, and the guy goes, "Put your shirt back on." He goes, "There's one rule."
It was a fast food commercial. Hey, Chris Palmquist in the chat room has some of the funniest typos I've seen. He says something about Wong, and he capitalized Wong. He was trying to say wrong.
What's Wong?
He says, or rumble strip on Wong side of road. I said, who's Wong? And then he says that was a nice wipe for sure.
Hey, I can't judge. I can't talk.
I'm not judging. I'm just laughing about it.
Oh.
Get a nice wipe.
Yeah, I got a good chuckle. I watched the 250s when I came home from work today, and it was Jesse Nelson's mechanic. George is interviewing him, and I don't know if it was that same jump or a different one. He throws a big whip, and his mechanic's like, yeah, he's having a good time, whatever, throwing whips for the ladies. That was pretty comical. So, what'd you think of the racing, Jeff?
Best race probably in a long time in the 450s, I thought. Like the opening laps of the first moto, I thought were awesome. There was passes everywhere. People were going outside, inside. It was just fun, and I don't know. I mean, second moto wasn't probably as good, but still, I thought it was one of the best races in a long time. I like the finish there. Roxon and Stewart were like just freaking. Roxon almost had him in that one turn. Like they were rubbing plastics, but he gave it to him, kind of let up a little bit. Could have probably taken him down. But,
At the end of Moto 1.
yeah, I guess a second's as good as the first in that case.
Right.
Especially since Stewart could only muster a third second moto.
It was good, though.
I was kind of surprised by that, I guess. It seemed like, I don't know, I liked the way Stewart was riding in the first moto. He didn't get rattled by Roxon back there. He just, like, rode a steady pace the whole time. And Roxon was a little quicker, but I don't know.
Roxon looked good, I think. Like, he was fast. I don't think he was, like, squirrely fast, but, like, you know, he was pushing it, you know, and, like Dungey's more kind of, you know, Dungey's Dungey, you know, still fast, but feet aren't really flopping all over, you know. But
yeah. I liked the track, I guess. I liked the whole thing was good. I liked how the outsides were becoming better lines as the race, like the first motos got underway. It seemed like the insides were really deep and hard to navigate ruts, and the outsides were better, so you were seeing a lot of guys go around the outside. And it was cool to see all them options, you know. If you were good at ruts, you could probably make the inside work. If you weren't that good at ruts, you could go around the outside in the smooth line and go a lot faster. So it was kind of cool. I hope it's a taste of things to come because I was getting a little worried that Stewart was just not very good this year. I don't know what was up. It must have been his bike setup. I mean, his bike looked horrible. What's happening?
Being attacked by mosquitoes. Help!
kill him! Kill him!
Sorry, I didn't know that video had sound.
What was that noise?
That was an
I don't know
MX.
how you could complain about those races, man. They were good. It was a good time. I
That was
actually enjoyed watching the entire race. Normally, about halfway through, I'm nodding off. And then Martin winning, 5 motos in a row was insane too. It's like at first it didn't look like it was going to happen, and then all of a sudden guys started making mistakes and dropping like flies, and he found his way to the front.
Yeah, no, Dungey and Roxon, I mean, they ran it in on each other pretty good. So it was good. I'm with Jeff. Good stuff. Jason, you got some good racing to watch.
I was just going to play it off and say, I agree, good stuff.
Well, what did you watch again? You watched the 250s?
I watched the 250-second moto. That's all I've seen.
See, I thought that was going to be a better race. I was kind of pumped to see Porcel pull a whole shot. But and being that he was fastest qualifier, I thought we were in for a clinic. And I like watching that guy ride when he rides well. And then he led for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or something like that, 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he finished, I guess. I don't know if he finished third. I think he did finish third that moto. But
I don't recall.
I'm kind of bummed to not see Reed getting better, but obviously sounds like from that interview, he had a big crash and he's slowly working on getting better. I expected him to be a little more prepared, I guess, but
Yeah, but he only was riding a couple weeks before they started. I heard he crashed in practice, but
yeah, said he had a big crash where he knocked his head pretty good and he was all jacked up. So
stop
I was really
whining.
impressed by Josh Grant there because he was saying he was sick and stuff, and then I think he got 5th in both motos or something.
He always rides better when he's sick.
I think
He won his first moto on a 250 when he was throwing up on the line. He had puke all over his helmet.
I would probably like take some syrup of Ipecac or something every time.
Some what? All I heard was
It's that
pack.
thing you take that induces vomiting.
Oh,
I thought that was Jack Daniels.
I thought it was
I think
gasoline.
this might work a little quicker and taste better.
Disagree.
To go back, Jeff, Purcell went 11-3 for 7th overall.
Yeah, that first moto was horrible. He must have just, I don't know, he must have been hating life or something.
I want to see what he got for lap times. Because I know he got like 204 was what he got for qualifying, but I know in the first moto he was running like a 210 or something like that. So, but
I expected him to be a lot better. With his experience, I guess I just figured that the comeback would have come easier for him. But
Well, I figured in that second moto when he stepped out with the whole shot, I thought, well, this one's over. He's going to run away with it since he's in the front, and that did not happen.
that's a big
well, it's
negative.
good sign anyway. He's moving in the right direction. Hopefully, obviously he's been super fast at all the rounds. But I think he's won he was the fastest qualifier so far in all 3 rounds.
It's a really good sign if you don't like him. That's how I see it.
He'll be winning motos pretty soon.
Probably not.
Come on.
Hater.
I thought some of those, like, rolling, I don't know what you'd call them jumps. You're turning while you're hitting all these jumps, and, like, I'm watching the first 450 moto right now. There was a lot of guys kind of crossing lines. It reminded me a lot of that time Stewart landed on the back of Carmichael. Because there was guys coming from the outside in and guys going inside out, and they were crossing paths a lot in the air, and it looked sketchy at times. But
It was kind of like, was that Bogle and Jesse Nelson at the beginning of Moto? I think it was Moto 1, where he launched down that little drop off, and yeah, they kind of crossed paths a little bit, but I think Jesse jumped way out there, and he kind of jumped and like looked through his armpit.
it's funny listening to, like, when the racing's good, you can tell because the commentators are going like, oh, they're kind of reacting to everything on the screen. And Grant Langston's he gets really into it. He's getting all worked up about stuff that everyone who rides would, like, obviously seeing that would be like, oh my God, that guy's gonna crash or whatever. Looked like a sketchy moment, and he gets into it just like anyone would sitting on the side of the track watching it. So it's kind of cool.
Oh no.
I haven't heard about any mental mistakes yet either. So
Oh, thank God for that. I hadn't even thought of that.
Fill me in.
everything.
Anytime anybody makes a mistake, it's a mental mistake. A little mental mistake.
Can't you make physical mistakes too out there? I would think that there'd be a lot of physical mistakes.
I think it's just a mistake.
Oh,
Sometimes
man.
it's not even a mistake. Sometimes it just happens.
All right. Do you guys want to give away some tickets?
Okay, I'm in a giving mood.
All right. Jeff, we're going to give away some tickets. So, I don't know who in the chat room has all won tickets.
Who wants tickets? I don't even know who's in the chat room. I should go back.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Crickets. We
I
can't
have not won tickets.
We can't give crickets tickets.
Why not?
Nice.
Think of all the crickets that are going to be at that race for free.
All right. Well, if you're in the chat room and you want tickets,
First person to say they want them.
Are you gonna tell them where they're for?
it's for the
No.
National.
Or are they just tickets?
Oh, why did you tell him that?
Oh.
The speeding tickets.
I was going to give him a speeding ticket.
Wow, no one wants tickets.
Apparently nobody wants any tickets.
Maybe the chat room's broke.
All right, fine. I'll keep them for myself.
Yep.
I think I got something going on that weekend, so I might not even be able to go to that dang race.
You never gave me any tickets.
I'm really gonna have to start reconsidering our relationship.
I don't know. Tell David we're selling them. They're not free. Why do I say tell him? He's obviously listening.
Yes, I think you just told him.
All right, we'll start the bidding at.
I think isn't there like a 30-second delay? Is that what
I
we
hope
figured
Greg's not
out?
listening.
Yeah, everyone's saying lag and stuff. Has Chris Palmquist won anything? He seems to be here every week. I nominate him.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Now the chat room has just exploded.
I'm trying. Well, that's because we're giving away tickets.
I'm confused about that whole X Games thing. Is X Games just once a year still, or is there like multiple stops now?
No, well, they used to do like I think 3 of them. I think 2 or 3 of them. There was X Games somewhere else. I'd have to go back, but
Let's not go back. Let's just go forward.
yeah. So yeah, now it's back to just the summer and winter. Chirp, chirp.
No, I hate X Games. I don't like Sal Masakela.
Racist.
How come I can't not like a guy and he's hey, we should tell Chris that he's got to take Owen to the race because it's a pair of tickets.
I won't say what I'm thinking.
I bet Owen will be there the whole time. Thursday
Yeah.
through.
He's got some insider
Trading?
Yeah.
He's
I don't
got a-
even know if Owen's eligible.
No, I don't know. X Games is boo. It's boo.
I don't want to say nothing.
It's like it bugs me that they took the moto. You know, when they used to do the motocross thing, it was cool, but they kind of butchered it. Having it at that, they used to have it in what was that place? The help me out. What's the place that they had it in L.A.?
I know what you're talking. I don't know what
Yeah,
the place is, but yeah.
I was super pumped when they brought that in because that's super cool. Because obviously X Games gets a huge crowd, and if you can introduce that huge crowd to Supercross style racing, it's good. But just it kind of upsets me that they kind of botched it with really bad track designs and not prepping the dirt at all. Having like basically a concrete motocross track or Supercross track. But I don't know. I used to be really into it. I used to love it. I used to love the Supermoto that they do. They get it was cool because they get a lot of the pros, the top moto guys out there racing Supermoto and stuff. But I don't know.
Well, that's the problem now. Is any of the factory riders aren't allowed to do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
And like Matt was saying, it's gotten to the point where for the last 10 years, it's been the same 10 guys in everything, and it's getting boring. Plus, the TV coverage sucks because you got to watch 2 hours of skateboarding and whatnot, so you can watch 10 minutes of dirt bikes.
Is the Staples Center, wasn't it called the Staples Center?
I believe it was the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Or
It
wait
might
a
have
minute.
been the Coliseum back in the day, but I think it was called the Staples Center the last I saw it. But
The only thing I don't like about X Games is the fans tweeting for voting. I'm not a fan of that. I think you should have judges to do it and that.
well, see, I never understood any of the freestyle stuff when you judge it. I mean, I don't understand how you can actually judge a It's just, to me, some of that stuff that's so obviously like a race. It's black and white. You start in the beginning, you end. Whoever's there first wins. There's no, it's not up to someone's, I guess, interpretation of what they thought was a better run or whatever. I don't like that whole concept, I guess, but you know, it has its spot.
Well, what else we got?
I think the Endurocross is pretty cool. I like watching the Endurocross.
Oh, what was that, Jason?
Nothing. I quit.
You can't quit.
I quit.
Nope.
I'm done. It's over.
So, what do you think, Jeff, about Roxon? You think who do you think's gonna stop him?
Well, he's kind of been building to this moment his whole, like, the last 4 years. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was like the youngest GP winner ever. He won a GP at 15 years old. He was kind of touted as the next best thing when he came over here, and I think it's finally starting to pay off. He's starting to figure it out. Seems like his fitness is better than it has been in the past, so that's good. And he's riding, you know, obviously a 450 is harder to ride than a 250, but based on last year, a lot of times he was getting run down by some of them guys. Tomac was kicking his butt at times. So it looked a little shaky there in the last year, but he's definitely turned it around. I think it'd be awesome if he, you know, obviously racing all summer long and then going into Supercross, there's a big break, but I think it still helps you to race all year long. So it wouldn't surprise me a bit if he stays healthy that he'll be challenging Villapoto right out of the chute, and probably Villapoto's strongest competition next year for sure in Supercross. So
I'm going to predict that Villapoto struggles to get top fives next year.
Oof,
Whoa.
that's a bold prediction.
Well, can't be on the drugs anymore, man.
Whoa.
Mark my words. It's going to happen. And then he's going to retire.
Well, he may just retire anyway, but
There'll be another fake injury, and it'll be all over.
Jason,
we should clarify, are you talking about Supercross or Moto?
No, I'm talking about Supercross.
Oh. I don't think they do any testing in Supercross, do they?
Why wouldn't they?
Oh. Because it's not the same?
I thought it was the AMA that was doing it.
I guess that's what I would assume it would carry through, but not sure.
That drug organization, USTA or whatever.
Well, even if they're not doing it now, it's just a matter of time until they do.
But that stuff I don't think really matters in Supercross. I don't think Supercross is quite the test of fitness that Moto is, obviously. I think the thing is, even drugs can't give you the talent or the speed, so I say let them all do drugs. I don't care.
Oh, I feel like that about all professional sports. Who cares? I'm watching it
Let
for
them all do drugs
entertainment.
and see how they work. Maybe it'll get some of them privateers up there toward the front. I think more than anything, I don't think there's a lot of drugs going on. I think it's more like the in-between moto, IV therapy and stuff these guys, I would bet, are getting. Since they have, a lot of these guys have freaking doctors and whatever that travel with them and shit, so there's got to be some stuff going on. I just, but like I said, if it's available to everyone, then make it available to everyone, and let's see who the best man is. The best enhanced man.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
Get your mind out of the gutter. God. That segment was brought to you by Extend.
I was just going to make a comment about Viagra and porn. What if they took the Viagra out of porn? I mean, look how bad it would be.
Noted.
Oh,
You gotta have performance.
I don't watch a whole lot.
Enhancing drugs have made the world a better place.
I don't watch a whole lot of porn, so.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Right.
Just using the internet for all of its resources.
I gotta find that big whip that you guys were talking about. I want to watch it again now. I forgot about it. I knew I was gonna mention it too because as I was watching it. The first thing I thought was talking about it on here.
It's got to be within like the first couple laps. The second moto.
I'm on the first moto still. I'm gonna find Stewart's big throwdown.
Speed it up. Just fast forward.
So, Jason, this is the week, huh?
Yes, it is. I think. Let me check the calendar. Yep.
Ask Scotty. He's been on top of that.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
he has.
I'm
He's
ready
only
to
asked me
go.
the date 33 times.
I wish I was as ready as Scott is. Cripes.
Fired up.
It might be an all-nighter tomorrow night.
Uh-oh. Getting the... Well, yeah, because that's Tuesday. And you're leaving Wednesday morning?
Sometime Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I found the Stewart scrub. It's 10 minutes to go in the first moto. And he's being shadowed by Dungy at this point. I thought it was Roxon, but I guess Roxon hadn't gotten past Dungy yet.
What the hell?
Whatever your...
Was that a weak imitation of Chewbacca?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm just going to say I'm looking at that Stewart scrub whip right now, and his rear wheel is at least 2 to 3 feet higher than his front wheel.
I'm going to have
Alright,
to go back and...
I'm gonna go find this.
Yeah. Whoa.
What the hell?
There's a lot of people that just came into my house. So.
You having a party?
Mhm.
I wasn't invited.
Well, technically it was only 2, but it was like a stampede.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this weekend. So I'm hoping... Jason, I thought you said you... last time we talked about it, you checked the weather. It was going to be hot, but then it's supposed to be decent or something?
It's looking pretty decent now. It's like mid-80s, so not terrible.
Nice.
Small chance of rain on Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look like it should be very nice. So looking good.
So who do you got going down there with you now? You got just Isaiah Rydell. You're shadowing him a little bit, or going to hook up with him when you get there?
Yeah, I'm planning on meeting up with Isaiah somewhere along the way, on the way down there, because I guess he
Have you
actually
heard from anyone else from up here?
he went down there last weekend, so he knows how to get there. Talked to Zach Emke at Millville for a minute on Sunday, and he's planning on going, so he's not going down until Thursday, so he said he was going to hit me up when he gets down there.
Is he doing the plus 25 class?
Yep.
The junior?
Yep.
I seen him. He was racing. He's number 29, right? He was racing. What do you call it? Pro-Am.
Yep. Yep.
Whoa.
Awesome.
You guys are going to have to keep it going a minute. Sorry.
Scotty. Yeah, I was actually pretty fired up when he told me he was going. So
I don't
should
know
be
any.
good.
I don't know anyone.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, the only reason I talked to him is because he was sitting in Vaith's truck when I was there. So
I'm sure you'll see plenty of people that you didn't or haven't had a chance to talk to. So
I'm sure.
it'll be a virtual who's who of motocross.
Yeah, I'll fit right in.
Yep.
Travis Muller's going.
True. Do you know when he's going?
Last time I talked to him, he was kind of the same schedule you were on. They were going to leave Wednesday sometime. So,
Awesome.
But I don't know for sure. I haven't talked to him since I had talked to you that day. So,
Do you know what your schedule is, Jason, as far as race goes? Are you doing 2 motos Saturday, 1 Sunday, or vice flipping?
I have no idea. I don't think they post that. I don't think we know until Saturday and Sunday.
I see. That'll be kind of interesting to see how a 3-moto format works out.
Well,
Yeah, I'm hoping it's 2 motos on Saturday and 1 on Sunday.
Yeah. I want to know, too, when you get back, we'll have to find out how the qualification process went, because we did the math, and there'd be too many people for a 40-person gate if everyone went. So,
Yeah, but I was looking through that, and it depends on the region you're in.
Yeah, because some regions had 7 races and some had 6.
Yeah, and some regions it's top 6 out of the regional, and some it's top 5. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It doesn't look like I was looking through. I don't know if they posted that on MX Sports yet or not. I'm gonna look, but I was looking through the results from the North Central region, and I'm actually quite surprised by how many guys are qualified and qualified well and haven't paid yet.
You have to pay before you go there?
You have to pay to pre-register. So out of the guys at Tigerton, there's like 4 of us, and only one guy that beat me.
I don't understand why you would pay. So can you show up and just ride? I mean, if you qualified? Or do you have to pre-register?
I thought you had to pre-register, but I don't.
I kind of thought so too. I thought they were really strict about their registration timelines and stuff.
Yeah, because they say that as soon as you get there, even though you pre-registered, make sure you go and tell them that you're there. Because otherwise they'll start throwing in alternates. It's kind of making me mad. Last week they had the full entry list for the regionals that were last week on Monday. Actually, they had them Sunday afternoon, and they don't have anything up for this weekend yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to snoop around.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, too, the other reason I don't like the X Games is because everyone asks me if I can do tricks when they find out I ride. Because that's all they know. Just want to throw that out there. And I'm sure all of us get it, too, from our non-racing people, or non-riding people, when you tell them you ride. Oh, can you do tricks?
That's all I do is do tricks.
No, my only trick is going moderately fast and then falling down.
Well, that's all I see on here is I think this is what you said, Jason, is a 2-day 3-moto race format. You will race both days, weather permitting.
Yeah.
So I would assume that you would race twice on Saturday, once on Sunday.
Well, you can't assume that because not every class is going to race twice on Saturday and once on Sunday.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
I think like half of them
They can't do that.
One, half do the other.
Yeah.
So if it's anything like the area qualifiers, vet classes are all going to be Sunday.
You're going to race 3 motos on Sunday?
Probably.
Well, this is a totally different deal because they're not combining any district racing with this. So
Yeah, you have to be qualified to be there.
yeah, so it's going to be good, man. You're going to see some good racing.
Yeah, I know. I hope I'm in the mood to actually go and watch or get a decent parking spot so I'm somewhere near the track.
Dude, we're going to have the Easy Up looking good. I'm going to get us a couple T-shirts. We'll be looking good.
I did pressure wash my Easy Up, so.
Nice.
Are you guys going to wear matching T-shirts?
Maybe.
We're going to wear one T-shirt together.
Whoa.
That's going to be a huge shirt. Just saying.
Are you calling Scott fat?
I love how you automatically went to him.
Well, I'm looking at myself.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
Hey, no worries, man.
Don't be mad at me. Please.
I wore a woman's shawl on Saturday night. At a bar. I'm a fashionista, so ahead of my time.
So what's
What's Owen talking about with practice? I thought you're practicing Thursday, right, Jason?
Yeah. What's he saying? I'm not in there anymore.
I don't know. He said that he's not sure that they have practice, but then he said youth doesn't practice on Thursday. Well, that's kind of sweet if that's true. But I thought you said you only get 3 sessions or something.
You do. It's 3 10-minute sessions Thursday and 3 10-minute sessions Friday. I'm looking at the schedule right now.
What is it, Jason? Is it any more expensive for this race?
Yeah.
Do you wanna? Is it ridiculous?
Oh, let's see here. Where's the pricing?
Well, we figured you'd have like.
I figure it's gonna be $180 just to get in the gate and race.
Does that include a pit guy?
No.
It's also going to cost you $180.
I hope not.
Still feel like going?
No, it won't.
I'll be watching from the road.
It's gonna be for me. It'll be $45 to get in the gate. Practice fees are $25 a day. Racing is $40 per class, and that's in addition to the $40 that we already paid.
So you're at $170.
Every vehicle is $10 per night, no matter what.
Ooh. That's expensive.
Yeah. Just for that, I'm going to bring garbage with me just to put out for them to pick up.
I don't know if I like this daily membership fee.
Daily membership? Where are you getting this info? Because
Where are you seeing that at?
mcmotopark.com.
Where are you seeing a daily membership fee?
Up on the top, it's got home, calendar, info, membership.
I don't have any.
Why are you looking at membership?
I'm browsing their website.
All we care about is Loretta Lynn info.
It disappears every time I see it. Like I can see that stuff up there, but for a second and then it disappears. I gotta get out of this stupid browser.
I think Travis went last weekend, I thought, and they must have had a big open practice.
Yeah, Isaiah was down there last weekend.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I think Jeff pretty much already said it. It's like, pumped to go down and help you out. Obviously Travis is going to be there. So, I mean, right now, those are the only two right now that I can think of that I know. Like, no, that's going. And then, yeah, other than that, I'm hoping for some awesome racing.
Should be.
So.
Should be a good time. And hopefully come back with a smile on my face.
Can you guys hear that? I'm sure you can.
I can hear that.
I hear some dinging. It's the...
Well, on their info site, it shows you riding on Sunday, but it also that says area qualifier, so I'm not sure if that even matters. But
yeah, I don't.
That's awesome that they give you 2 days of 2 days of practice. Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's sweet.
Everyone should do that at every race.
At every race, that'd be cool.
I'd like to see more. Like I think Kellogg does it once in a while, where they do Friday afternoon practices, or like from 4 to 8 or something. I love that. I've never been able to take advantage of it, but
I'm guessing there will be a Friday evening practice at Kellogg this week because they do have a race school on Friday. So that's usually
the ticket,
when they
man.
do it.
I wish someone didn't decide to get married.
Yeah. Well, then you wouldn't be going to Kellogg.
That's true. Way to go.
Just be one more person I have to beat.
If you finish in the top 5, your bike's going to get impounded. So
I know.
some bikes in the top 5 will randomly be torn down. So are they going to have like a qualified mechanic do that, or is it just going to be someone and then you got to put it back together?
Nah.
I'm sure it'll be just like the days back racing stock cars. I won one feature race and they tore my motor apart and they hand you a bucket full of parts and say, "You're good to go."
Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
I would never come back.
You know that $250 I just won? Adios.
I gotta pay an engine guy to put that back together because I don't know where this stuff goes.
Well, I put it back together, but you spend that in gaskets and whatnot. I might be disqualified anyway because I don't have the original frame sticker on my bike. Uh-oh.
Great. That's okay.
Frame numbers are required.
Take a Sharpie and draw a number on your frame.
Let's put number 1 on it. This was the first one ever built.
Super fast 000001 Honda.
I'm gonna sand off the frame number.
Well, that's it. Racing was good on TV. Jason, you get some time. You'll have to check them out.
Jason accused me of jinxing Jeremy.
I did,
Really?
and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
You jerk. Why? What'd you say?
Last week when he was talking about, has there ever been anybody that swept the lights class?
He was poised to do it.
After 2 races.
Hey. He went 5 in a row. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, I think he's still doing all right.
Well, obviously he's doing all right. He's points leader and has a nice lead, so, I mean...
What is his cushion right now? It's got to be up there still, isn't it?
I think he's 26 up on Webb.
I thought it was more than that.
No.
Webb threw one away, didn't he? Go over the bars or something, or go down in that corner at Thunder Valley?
Yeah,
He had the second in the bag in the first race and went down.
Yeah, no, he tucked. Wow, that is not correct. Yeah, he tucked the front end on that one right-hand corner, and it kind of popped up on the berm and took him a little bit, I think, to get going. Yeah, 26. That's right. Yep.
Freaking twins.
Purcell's in third, Baggett's fourth.
I told you, man. Purcell's going to be turning it up pretty soon. What do we got next? We got High Point?
High Point.
That's this weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it this weekend and then there's a break?
Yeah, I think so. And that's the Tennessee National after that. That's going to be a miserable one, man. What are they down there in early July? Or no, it's going to be late June. But I bet it's going to be super hot down there. I don't know.
You guys have
That's probably actually not a bad time.
any thought about going to the one in Indiana?
Going to the what in Indiana?
The National.
No.
I don't think I would go. We've driven to some supercrosses across country. I don't know if I'd do that for a moto. Motocross races, to go watch one is a lot of work.
Yeah. Supercross, you just walk in, plop your butt down, and there you go.
I'm thinking about going to the one in, how do you pronounce it, Melville?
Melville.
Melville. They're going to get in trouble. We're in trouble now.
You go to Melville and pay your entry.
All right. You guys are assholes.
And that about wraps it up.
Well, thanks for listening. Chris, enjoy your tickets. But yeah, that's what sucks is it's going to be another get up super early Saturday and come up for that one too. I'm not going to be able to get work off.
Might be one of my meeting ones.
So
Come up for what one? For Millville?
yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know what we're going to do there. And else I can do
Nels.
Did I say Nels again?
I wasn't even listening to you guys, and that's all I heard. All of a sudden, I just heard Nels.
think you guys just don't hear the.
You know what, Scott? I think I'm onto something
You
here.
can't even defend that one because that one's way off. Like, I can understand the milk.
You know how we're gonna promote this show?
Well,
you need to start making shirts that say Talkin Moto Podcast on the front, and on the back have a word that Scott pronounces wrong. You can collect all 8 or whatever. You can have one that says Nels. You can have one that says Melville.
Dickheads.
I think I'm onto something here.
Uh-oh. Did you see what Owen posted?
About what?
About even if you finish in the top 8 at the North Central area qualifier, you must pre-register through MX Sports by the deadline to guarantee your spot, or you will be considered an alternate at the regional.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
I don't know.
Well, I would imagine you'd still have priority over the real alternates, right? Because I'm sure there's got to be a priority ranking for the alternates, I would think.
Yeah, there is.
Like, put names in a hat and pull them?
I'm not sure how that works, and I don't care because as soon as they allowed me to, I paid my entry, so...
Well, you figure this out for us, and then next year I'm in, so...
Yeah, I know. I realize I'm being the guinea pig here.
I don't know anyone getting married next year, and if they do, I don't care. They're done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going if it's on the race weekend that I need to be at, so...
All right.
That reminds me, I got to email that thing to myself since I don't have a printer at home.
Print it off at work.
That's why I got to email it to work.
Thanks to your work for contributing.
Hey, Stemstone is the only reason I got entered because at that time I didn't have internet, so I had to do all of that on a Stemstone computer.
No name dropping.
Somehow, though, you don't have Simstone on your bike as a sponsor.
I'd rather burn that place to the ground.
But all right, that's it. I'm gonna try to, like I said, Jason. I'm gonna try to do some sort of maybe banner. I gotta see if I can sneak that through work, but
cool.
We'll come up with something. Hopefully, I'll have time here to get a couple shirts done for us. I think it'd be cool. And then, yeah, I guess you'll just have to keep me in the loop as to how things are going, and you know, if something happens or you don't make it, let me know.
Oh, I'll be there.
And I'm gonna try and sneak out a little early on Friday. So, but I think it's like 2.5 hours from my place. So
I wish it was 2.5 hours from my place.
Well, I live in Wisconsin.
I'm pretty sure I could live a lot of places and have it be 2.5 hours. Wisconsin to do it.
All right, boys. You got anything else?
Nope.
Nope. I'm gonna refresh.
If you don't want updates from Mount Carroll, you best unfriend me on Facebook. Stop following me on Twitter and Instagram.
I already did.
I know you did.
And Jason doesn't like Candy Crush.
I do not.
So there.
I will unfriend
I think that
you.
should constitute an automatic unfriending if you ever get anything from someone about Candy Crush.
I agree.
Done. You're out.
I had to get rid of one today because I got
Does it by itself.
today I got 3 from one person. Bye-bye.
Ex-friend.
Caleb, get the hint. Jason does not want to play Candy Crush.
Uh-huh.
But all right, boys. Well, hopefully next week we'll have some good news, and maybe I'll even bring my camera down and try to get some photos. And
Ooh.
Maybe I'll even be on the show.
Yeah, Jeff, if you'd show up on time, that'd help.
Hey, I don't know if we're gonna do a show on what night is that? The 23rd, but I may not be there. I'm moving that next day, so
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, we think we talked about it.
I don't know. My house might be empty at that point and not have anything in it, so it'll probably sound like I'm in a bathroom. Anyway, I might not have a computer here, so
No.
If it's the off weekend, then maybe we take the weekend off.
yeah, I don't know what the schedule's like. I guess.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have a nice little report from the weekend, and that's it.
Hey,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I was gonna say. I totally lost my train of thought because I got distracted by a Harley.
That was a Harley?
Yeah,
Oh.
probably not. I don't know. Probably a Yamaha.
Probably a
Yes.
Honda Civic. The shit can muffler.
Oh, I want to thank Rocky Mountain ATV MC for your little gift card that you gave us for qualifying for the regional and making it only available on products that I want nothing to do with. Thank you for that.
What was it?
I don't remember.
The problem is, see, they cater to the ATV enthusiasts.
Yeah, it was not.
Was it like what are those things on the side of ATVs that you gotta have in order to compete?
It was for Nerf bars.
Mud flaps or whatever? Yeah, Nerf bars. There you go.
No, it was just a lot of stupid crap. It was like, why would I want any of that?
That's what bugs me about some of the websites. Like even BTO, they've got a deal. And it says on the bottom, not available on this, and this. Like everything I want, it's not available on it.
I still get a much better deal when I punch in the code from our competitor. So
Whoa.
Yeah, you should work on that, Scott. Get us a deal.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. All right. Here we go.
are we still on?
Pull it.